Assalamu alaikum, I'm Sabah Noor and today I'll be presenting to you a topic from the subject Translation Studies. The topic of my presentation is types of translation, in which we will look into sense to sense and word to word translation. In today's presentation, we will be discussing translation, source text and target text, and then types of translation, which includes intra-translation, inter-translation and intersemiotics. Then we will move on to a discussion of word to word translation and sense to sense translation. Okay, let's discuss translation. What is translation? By definition, translation is a mental activity in which a meaning of a given linguistic discourse is rendered from one language to another. It is the act of transferring the linguistic entities from one language into their equivalents into another language. So it basically refers to the carrying or communication of the meaning of a text from one language to another, from the source language to the target language, and in the form of written or spoken, and it involves interpretation and reproduction processes. Now moving on to this slide, here we will talk about source text and target text. The source text or language is simply the original document that you need to have translated into another language, while the target text language, text or language is the final translated document. This text is translated from the source text. So while translating from source language to target language, the translator is expected to maintain a linguistic equivalence between the source and the target text. He must have a greater understanding of grammar, conventions and idioms and etc. Here are a few examples of source text and target text. The first one is a sentence from English, which is the source language here. The sentence says, "How are you doing?" For which the translation is done in French language, which is that target text here. And the sentence says, "Como ça va?" in French. Similarly, in the next example, "Good morning" has been translated into "Bonjour." Now, in this slide, we have the types of translation here. There are three types of translation. The first one is intra-translation, number two, inter-translation, and number three, intersemiotics. We will be discussing these in details in the next slides. So, intra-translation. Basically, it is the translation within the same language. Which can involve rewarding or paraphrase. It is the interpretation of verbal signs by means of other signs of the same language. It occurs when we produce a summary or rewrite text in the same language. For example, when a teacher explains a text to a student in simpler words, he is basically doing intra-translation. Another example for intra-translation is given here. The sentence "Can you describe him?" has been changed into "Can you depict him?" and both mean the same. They both mean the same thing. So for this slide, we have intertranslation. It is a translation of a text from one language to another different language. The verbal signs of one language are changed into another. It is the job of the skilled translator to understand what message the author of the original text actually wants to convey and replicate this sentiment in the target language. An example of this would be the Bible. It is assumed that Bible was originally written in Hebrew language. It underwent numerous translation into Greek, Latin, and then into English language. So last of these three is the intersemiotics. It changes the medium of a text. Usually a verbal medium is changed into a non-verbal one. For example, when a drama is performed on a stage, its medium is changed from written to stage performance. Likewise, a novel is changed into a film and story is changed into a play. Moving on to the next slide, and let's talk a bit about signifiers first. Languages use particular sets of signs and symbols to convey given meanings or ideas called signifiers. The meaning or idea that is being conveyed by these signifiers is called signified. The signified for a particular signifier may change from culture to culture and society to society. So let's take the signifier yellow. For example, in America, the signifier would be cowardice or yellow-bellied. It is a popular saying describing someone who is fearful. However, in Japanese culture, yellow signifies courage, and for Indians, it signifies joy. Now, word-to-word translation does not take into account the signifiers of a language. It only gives the literal meaning of a text, often making it unintelligible. It is a major drawback of word-to-word translation that it does not convey the meaning of the original text and often contributes to the misunderstanding of the idioms. or misunderstanding, mistranslation of idioms, we can say. For example, the sentence, there was an exchange of fire on the road, when translated to Urdu literally, from the forms the sentence, sadak par aag ka tabadla ho raha tha, which is totally wrong. This doesn't make any sense. So word to word translation should only be used for the technical terms only. Now let's discuss the sense-to-sense translation. This type compensate for the drawbacks of word-to-word translation. The source text is translated to target text and focuses on the conveying the original sense of the source text. It fundamentally means the translation of meaning of a whole sentence before moving on to the next. We can say that in sense to sense translation, we don't translate the word, rather we translate the sense of the text. For example, the translation of there was an exchange of fire on the road to Urdu is sadak par goliyan chal rahi thi, and which makes sense. So this is it. With this, I am concluding my presentation. I hope I made my point clear. Thank you all.